Very cool. Hey hackers, welcome to HackFS 2021. My name is Basalami. I'll be your MC for today's session, and I'm here joined by Kartik from Youth Global Team and Maddie, who's going to be our Zoom admin today. This HackFS, we have 650 hackers from 61 different countries and 18 different time zones, all participating in a 1-month-long hackathon for Youth Global. The judging format is simple. Each team will have 4 minutes to present their demos, and after that, we'll have 3 minutes for questions. And after 6th or 8th team, we'll have like a 10-minute break to, regenerate after all those presentations. Judging criteria is also simple. The judges will be evaluating your technicality, originality, practicality, UI, UX, DX, and the wow factor of your presentation. Remember, guys, this is not a competition. We're all here to learn, explore what's possible, and just to let you guys know, not everybody here is aiming to become a business, but we are all here to get feedback and learn on the way. Meet our judges. We have James Zaki from Ethereum Foundation, and we have G Mehta from Orca Protocol. Let's get started with the demos. So can team, give me a second here. Can team Nets CPO hop on and present your screens for the demo.
Hello, Bas. Let me just see on the screen.
Whenever you're ready.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sachin. Today, I'm delighted to present your project NetCPO, which is an all-in-one solution for your safe internet browsing experience. Cybersecurity has been a long-standing global issue that affects millions of people and countless businesses. As we have seen during the pandemic, there has been a rise in cyber threats ranging from adware, malware, to even phishing and scam attacks. To counter these challenges, we created NetCPO to provide a safe internet browsing experience, giving users insight on the websites they browse and allow them to categorize into safe or unsafe content. We use blockchain-based smart contract to store ratings for each website and IPFS ceramic network for storing the metadata. This enables them making information accessible for further analysis without any bottlenecks. There is also a watcher, which checks whether a particular vote is genuine or fake and scrapes the content of the website, archiving it onto the IPFS network, creating a snapshot of the particular review. Now let's see the demo. So we have built our Chromium extension using jQuery, Bootstrap, Ethers, Ceramic API, and we have also created a schema for storage of reviews. Ended up deploying our smart contract to Polygon testnet. Somehow we were having issues with graph, so we ended up deploying the graph on Rigui testnet as well. We've also got a scraping bot, which is written in Golang, which scrapes the website based on the review submitted, and its content is pushed to IPFS network. After we have loaded an unpacked extension, working with it is as easy as clicking it up, selecting a particular language. Since I already have a mnemonic, I'll get the wallet address. Submitting a review would include writing about this website. And there are multiple categories and options to select. The moment we proceed with submit, we see that the Ceramic API was being hit. We got a stream ID that we can copy. Review submission was successful. We can also check. So this is the state of the particular stream ID, and we can also see the full screenshot for that particular and of the particular website, and we can also see the details about it. So if we encounter a particular website which is kind of fake or scam, we can go ahead and continue putting a review where we say it's a scam website. Fake. It's a common website, but it's not genuine. It's a scam. currently might be fishing for information, and we can submit that. And that transaction will be going into the Polygon testnet as well. Where we can also see the metadata hash for this is going to be a ceramic stream ID. So that was the demo. We aim to bring accountability to the domain and website owners to watch for harmful content and enable a safe browsing experience. We want to gamify the voting and rewards option and encourage safe browsing experience in a community-driven way. So currently we have completed the voting and web archive functionality to spot fake and scam and biased content. And we continue to work with our stack to launch it in the mainnet and also integrate DAO and browser-based VPNs. I was supported by Steve and Henry, who helped us with smart contract development and backend UI UX testing. Lastly, I want to thank you for watching, and we welcome you to join us in enabling safe and secure browsing experience. Thank you.
Awesome. Great presentation. Now we are going to the Q&A with the judges. So 3 minutes on the clock right now.
Yeah, this is great. Thanks for the presentation. I had a few quick questions. So I'm not sure if you covered this, but how do you sift through malicious reviews?
So we have got a bot which basically checks whether the domain is a valid domain and the domain is accessible. So we're able to get the HTML content. And for now, there is no such NLP engine or any kind of engine which checks whether this particular content on the website is kind of scam or is it promoting hate or discrimination. But later on, we'll build that. And as well, there is a community option-driven option where you can raise a dispute about an NFT which is minted. So of all the reviews, you can see the list of all the websites which are scam or fake or not, or having this cryptojacking kind of a tag, and you can see the list of the NFTs which have been minted or the reviews, and you can raise a dispute which would make that review as a disputed one, and later on we can go and devalidate that, and also the reviewer can submit further analysis on why he feels that upon a particular dispute. So it's all going to be done in a community-driven way.
Okay, that makes sense. And kind of on the other side of that, what if the reviewer is trying to submit negative comments that aren't actually true about that particular website in terms of just giving false information? So are there any checks and balances in that situation?
So while you're submitting a review, then of course, I mean, there are none, but if you get 3 strikes, like if they are getting 3 disputes which have not been resolved, then you will basically be not allowed to submit any further reviews until you clear them all.
Okay,
and there will be a reputation management system, which basically, so you come in, you will be able to submit 10 reviews a day, and then later on, yeah, based on how good you have been performing, your reviews per minute will be, per day will be rising up.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry,
I'll let James ask the rest of the questions.
That's right. Yeah, so we got 1 minute. Yeah, so it was a nice flyby. It's good to see all the pieces come together for that using IPFS for the metadata as well as these NFTs you're talking about. I guess along the same lines as sorry, Greshna's question. What is there to stop sort of like Sybil attacks in it? And I guess my question is more specifically, what is your unique user? Like if someone's restricted per day, is that just based on an address? And what's to stop someone from creating many addresses?
Yeah, so we will be having a verification. So during this hackathon, we were thinking of integrating Twitter, just like how you do on Mirror. So just things like that, you have to verify either with your social media account or anything like that for sorts. And if we find that you're an unverified account and you're submitting too many reviews, probably that's one of the biggest no that you will have. And later on, this whole thing will become like a portal where you can also stake your NFTs, where people can stake their NFTs, and other people could that will be like acting like as a block list of sorts or allow lists.
Great. I think that's all from me.
Cool. Great job, team. Sorry, I forgot your name. Net Scipio. Next up, we'll be having team Ethblox. So whenever you guys are ready, my admin will promote you guys, and feel free to share your screen.
Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Dylan from Ethblox. So I think still waiting on one more guy from my team to join. Sorry about that.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Wait, what's his name? Or
Chat. CHEV. Sorry, Will Ethblox. Yeah.
Real Ethblox.
Yeah. Parentheses.
Oh, Will
around the
Ethblox.
Ethblox. Yeah.
Mind if you promote Will Ethblox, please? There you go. All right, cool.
Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna share my screen.
All right. 4 minutes on the clock, starting right now.
Hey everyone, we're able to bring you a next generation social network. First of all, this idea was brought to life by the three of us, Chet, Palm, and myself. I'm a year one college undergraduate and developer on the team. Chet is our team's coordinator and developer, and Palm is a developer as well as a heavy NFT collector. We wanted to explore the boundaries of integrating decentralization to the social media space, and if it's actually necessary. Now we're familiar with Facebook and Twitter, but we're not about to build a massive social media webpage. We wanted to have our own space in the social media industry without the noise, as well as to give NFT collectors their own space to discuss their NFTs. We believe that this is an innovation like no other. Now, we are a long way from a finished product, but here's a demo to demonstrate our prototype. So here we're on the main web page of our site, and the main feature is that each NFT will have a unique chat room powered by Convo Space. You're free to join any chat room of your choice as long as you have the ETH address of an owner of the token. And here are some featured chat rooms that you'd like to explore before moving on to the rest of the application. So here is a discover page where you can discover featured collections. Here's a chat room where you can talk to anyone and everyone. So let's get started, shall we? We're gonna just create a new account. Sorry, we're just gonna connect our wallet. You can either connect your wallet or search for an address. But here we're gonna connect the wallet. So first, a user will connect to a profile or search a user's address as you have seen. Now at the collections page, you can either view your Ethereum collections or Polygon collections. Now, the selling point here is that collections and NFTs have their individual chat rooms. Now you can create and edit custom descriptions of your NFTs using a DID of your own, which is mapped to your ETH address and hence your custom description. These global descriptions can be viewed by anyone who searches your collection. So here is a description to end over all wars. And when you edit the description, you'll be greeted by this page. And over here, it also says this is a description to add all walls. So you have to authenticate on the, you have to authenticate and create a DID of your own in order to create customized descriptions for your NFTs. So basically, when you have the ability to converse with another on a particular NFT, the possibilities are just endless. So here's how we built it. Now, the front end is being built with Next.js, React, and Node. The chat rooms are powered by Convo Space, the UI by Material UI, and UI neuromorphism. For the backend, Covalent, OpenSea API, and Axios, we use these applications to query NFT metadata for the images, etc. And the custom descriptions are built with Ceramic and IDX. Our website is also hosted and published with Fleek. So moving on, what's next for us? We intend to have user profiles powered by Ceramic, giving users to link their DIDs to a profile. We also intend to incentivize users to use this platform by having our limited collections, which are currently in development using NFT storage. So because this is a social app, what's a social app without notifications from your friends, right? So we intend to implement EPNS as well in the future. Now there's so much more planned, such as friends and groups, but due to the time that we have, all I can say is that there's a theme of exclusivity involved. So do look out for what's next, and thank you for your time.
Awesome job. So now we'll be going over to the Q&A with the judges. So whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah, no, great project. Yeah, I was just thinking with the NFTs, how do people start with the discovery part? How do they know which NFTs are have the social media attached to them?
So basically, if you from when you enter the web page, you're a user and you connect your wallet. So a chat room will be automatically assigned to an NFT. So the moment that you create a wallet, you connect your account or search up an address, it will basically, so this application platform that we're using, ConvoSpace, we've actually managed to link NFTs using a thread ID for the conversations, the chat rooms. Yeah, so every NFT would have a chat room for them, yeah, regardless. This also includes collections, yeah.
Great.
How do you kind of imagine incentives working on your platform? What's the user's incentive to share their collection? Is it bragging rights, or what are you incentivizing users with?
Yeah, I think pretty much bragging rights. Also as a platform to talk about the collection, talk about NFTs. The reason we created this application in the first place was because we felt that a lot of NFTs are moving to Discord. A lot of NFT discussions are moving to Discord, pretty much kind of fragmented, right? So we basically wanted to be on a single platform where you can discuss NFTs. You also be exposed to other collections and see what people have going on. And to your incentives question, we actually have a limited collection that we're looking into right now. So yeah, so this limited collections probably would also tie into regulation, moderation. So probably we haven't really looked into it, but we're trying to see if there's any way to combat things like cyber attacks and stuff like that, which are pretty much prevalent in the social media space. Yeah.
I got another question. If I've created an NFT and I want to create my own social space for it, do I have to do some extra steps for that?
So you've created NFT. So extra steps. No, I don't think you have to do any extra steps. For Ethereum, you don't have to do extra steps. But for Polygon, so basically the steps are a bit just as what I've shown you guys. So connect your wallet.
Great.
Basically see our collections on Ethereum, Polygon. But for Polygon, we've had issues querying images from Polygon itself. So you probably won't see your images there, but for Ethereum, we did it with OpenSea, so everything should be working just fine for you. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Great job, Ethblox.
Thanks, Abbas.
So you're welcome. So can Maddie demote Ethblox and promote the next team, Luca Pisani, so that they can present their screens?
Hello, I share my screen.
Right.
Can you see the screen? Yeah.
Yep. Whenever you're ready.
Hi there, I'm Luca Bisani. I'm presenting IPFS forms like Google Forms on interpreted file system. This is made using React, Fission codes, and Web3 storage. Let's share my screen. and basically I have a form editor. I have to, this is done. I am already been authenticated with Fission. So let's refresh. I have form editor. I have a form title. Let's say test demo. Forms demo. I have 3 fields. Pick the text field. What's your name? What's your surname? Where do you live? Let's create the form. This will create the form and save in my Fission drive under the public folder. So now let's go to the render application. Let's paste the URL, the form URL here. Let's say, let's go to the render, refresh, that's on demo, and every user here can interact with this. It doesn't need to be authenticated. So let's say, Charlie Parker, where do you live? New York. New York. Let's submit the form. Thanks for submitted. Okay, so these the form results are encrypted with the composer public key, take from Fission user, and it's saved with Web3 storage. Here we got the seed. Okay, and actually that's it. I mean, at this time I made as a proof concept the editor and the render. What is still missing is the form result. You have to take from the Web3 storage the form result, decrypt it, and show to the user. Okay. Thanks for your attention. That's it.
I'm back.
Cool. Great job on that presentation. So now we're moving over to the Q&A of the judges. So whenever you guys are ready.
I'm just curious, why did you choose forms? And why did you choose to create forms?
Because I saw that I think is Ayala, I don't know how to pronounce his name, from IPS, says that some use cases he wants to see on IPFS was forms, like Google Forms. So I picked the suggestion and try to implement it.
Okay. I got a question about, you mentioned the public key, I couldn't quite hear. Do they need an Ethereum address? And was your tool using their Ethereum public address for the form?
Yeah, actually about that I had a discussion, because I thought that if the person that needs to fill the forms needs to be authenticated, it could be a bad user case. So no, I don't want to fill the form, I want to quit that. So the user that creates the forms has to be authenticated with Fission Auth, and they have they make me available the public key. So I encode actually encode the password with the public key. So then the composer can read back the results. And the ceramic, because at the beginning I was taking ceramic as a choice with their IDX index system, but then I needed both users to be authenticated, also the user that fills the form, and I thought maybe I can in the future I can do both, users that are not authenticated and users that will be authenticated. Also, ceramic got a little mad at me. So like that, you just going to do like a centralized system. What's the point of doing that? And I told them, okay, maybe in the future we'll do that, but I think will be some blocking some user to fill a form if they have to authenticate.
Okay. Grisha, did you have another question?
I was wondering if you thought about, since you mentioned Google Forms, they kind of make it super easy to kind of take that data from the form and then let users use it in the form of a spreadsheet. So have you thought about what you would add to this form other than, I saw in your documentation, you said you need to add the form result, right?
Yes, I think then you have to render the info in a spreadsheet, or maybe also some visual stuff like how many users have responded to the form or stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I also thought maybe I can create some token and they can give token if the people fills the form, but then the token has to be some utility. But just a thought. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So awesome job. So now we'll be moving over to Team MetaWard. So far, really good presentations, guys.
Yep. Thank you. Sorry for the problem. I'm from MetaWard. Then could you hear my voice?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen. And then okay. This one. Oh, sorry. The video. Can you skip me first? Let me setting it up.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
All right. I guess we'll get the next team. Next team is, let me check here, Trap Chain.
Hey, how's it going?
Yep.
Okay, let me share my screen. And let's go here. Okay, so yeah. Hi, my name is Jasmine Patterson, and my project title is Trap Chain. So I built this in Django and React, and I'm using Taurus Google authentication to create wallets in the back end. So at this point, you just log in using OAuth. I'm just using Gmail because it's really quick. You can be able to connect Gmail, and then I'm using the email to send metadata to the token curated playlist. So I'm actually using TCRs and adding music metadata to a flash bot via messaging, in this case, email. So let's see if I can get my, I want to fast forward here because, yeah. Sharing in this other screen here, because I was prepared in case this happens, because it always happens when you demo. But yeah. So basically this is my local host. In the background, I'm sending transfers from one account to the next. And I minted these NFTs here, Takashi69, Migos, and a few others. And yeah, this is basically our project in a nutshell. Oops. I know I got a lot of stuff going. Let me just move that out the way. Yeah, this is showing the NFT minting and transfer. I plan to keep working on this. This is an actual startup that I'm the solo founder on. And yeah, so the idea is to create Spotify playlists as NFTs. And this is leveraging Flashbots. So yeah, that's where I got during this process for the past, I guess, whatever days we're on. So let me close that. I submitted to a, so yeah, I was, I've been in like all of these hackathons since Chainlink. I've just been in back-to-back hackathons and hacking. So I have different portions of the project built. So I have like Chainlink for off-chain data. I'm also working on Polygon for layer 2 with our minting. And then we have a token, trap token. And then we also are doing some layer 1 stuff with scale chains, and also have a namespace called Wrap Name Service, but that's actually built on Ethermint. So yeah, I'm building an ecosystem out. It's just me, a solo founder, and it's around like music and NFTs specifically, and you know, these particular genres. So yep, that's my project.
Awesome.
It's a social network, so there'll be profile pages set up, and everyone be able to interact via their profiles. We can follow and like and so forth.
Cool. All right, so now we'll be moving over to Q&A with the judges.
Okay.
So 3 minutes on the clock right now.
Oh, and I'm using IPFS in the background with Web3 storage.
That was super great. I was wondering if you looked into the legality behind using Spotify in the back end. Like, can you do that legally, or would you have to? Would people need to own the music to be able to post it there?
Yeah. Well, my process about it is make a private playlist, and so we just serve the songs through like local, and then it gets loaded to their private playlist. So you know, we'll have in our terms of service that you must, you know, own the licensing and copyrights for the music that you upload. Okay, so potentially like the artist would be able to create playlists, and then you directly give money to artists, not someone like me who I just collect a lot of playlists from. Okay, cool, that makes sense. Yeah, because a lot of times the artists themselves are like curating and making a playlist and so forth. So that was the thought behind it. And then they also pay, there's like a gray market where people pay like $250 to get on these different playlists.
Cool. Yeah, I was trying to put a few of the pieces together that you've got the, you're using email to send metadata for use in a token curated registry. Is that with your trap token?
Yeah.
For the registry? Yep. And then you mentioned a flashbot somewhere. I'm curious where the flashbot fitted in.
Oh, the flashbot, it basically allows us to send like a bundle transaction. So we can send like a meta transaction. So that's what creates the playlist, and it goes through without, incurring so much gas costs.
Okay. And then the last question to fit the other piece together was at the end, you mentioned IPFS for Web3 storage. Is that just for hosting the website or for other things as well?
Well, mostly it's for the media files themselves.
Awesome. Okay. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, a lot of pieces coming together pretty well there.
Thank you.
Grisha, did you have another question or?
No, I thought we were out of time, but yeah, I think the monetization thing was my only question.
Cool. Yeah, I was just given the last 30 seconds. Is it kind of like mixtapes in a way? Like, is it one NFT for the list, or is it an NFT per song that you put together as a bundle? That would be my last question.
I think he dropped.
Oh, we lost them. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
That's okay.
So yeah. Good job, team Trap Chain. So can team Kensho hop on and present your projects?
Hey guys.
Hi.
We can show sharing my screen. All right.
Hi, we are Kensho, and we are solving the issue of trust that exists in the education system. Every year, millions of students apply for higher education, and during the process, they need to submit transcripts, mark sheets, degree certificates, and all of them need to be stamped and sent by the applicant to the university as hard copy. This is primarily an issue of trust because the recipient university has no way of validating these documents online in a secure fashion. During the course of this hackathon, Saurabh and I came up with the idea of Kensho. Kensho enables organizations, not just universities, but other organizations like Coursera and Khan Academy to upload transcripts of each student or an applicant as an NFT on the blockchain. Each credential is basically a non-fungible token. And the crux of our idea lies in the fact that we give issuer universities a way by which these NFTs can be transferred in a cryptographically secure manner to the recipient. The verifying university can easily verify the authenticity of the certificates without even interacting with the issuer. Let's take a look at how we made this possible.
Great. So basically, we have like two different stakeholders here. One is the issuing university, and the other is a recipient. So I'm logging into the issuing university. I click on the university page. I now can issue a certificate. I specify the recipient name and address. Let me give it a title, a period, and then I upload the actual certificate. When I click save, this is where the actual minting of the NFT is happening. And this happens on the Rinkiby Ethereum network. So as you can see, I'm on the Harry Potter's personal page now, and I can see all the degrees that have been minted for Harry Potter. And the last one is the one that we just minted. If you click on the token address, you can see the chain of events that happened from the issuing university to the recipient's address. I can even because this is encrypted in IPFS, I can even decrypt it to the recipient using the recipient's private key. So I just pressed decrypt, it decrypted the certificate, and when I click on it, this shows the actual certificate given to the recipient. So this was a demo. We used a couple of different technologies. We used ENS, Web3.storage, smart contracts, and Chainlink VRF. The key innovation that we thought about and implemented was non-transferable NFTs, which is basically the idea that once these degrees have been minted, we don't really want to transfer these minted NFTs to other accounts, right? Now, if you see this page, this looks a lot like the LinkedIn profile page. And that's what our mission is. Our vision is that Kensho is laying the foundation for a decentralized LinkedIn. And we would love for you guys to help us with that. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, so now we'll be moving over to Q&A of the judges. 3 minutes on the clock, starting right now.
Super awesome presentation. I had a few questions about the adoption process, because I'm assuming at first it's not like LinkedIn's going to adopt this right away. So you're going to first send it to admissions, like universities first, so who might not be super technical. So how are you going to onboard them, and how are you going to train them or make them even understand what NFTs are?
Yeah, so good question. We spoke to a couple of universities, and during our Q&A previously last week, we realized that it's probably easier to speak to somebody from Khan Academy and Coursera. That's what we did. Our strategy essentially is going to be to identify those guys. Khan Academy and Coursera already have these things because they know about this. And Indian University got on board, and they already knew about this because they were using open certs from Singapore University. So they gave us some interesting ideas as to how we can make it better. But the idea is that we will essentially create an onboarding document for all universities who want to do this on a grander scale. And we will essentially show them that they can trust us first before we engage in any sort of monetary business transaction that happens. But you're right, this will require some time. And so we have started creating a document around that for the universities to start understanding this. And the good thing is we already have open cert. So the government of Singapore has already started doing this with OpenAttest.
Okay, that makes sense.
Cool. I've got a question about people who are, I guess, students of different universities. Is the student expected to have one address that they will use for each institution? Like to use across all the institutions?
Yes. So the idea is that I am the student, and James, you're the issuing university. So you'll be like, hey, Shubho, which address do you want me to send it to? And Shubho would then be like, hey, this is my address. And then it's up to the university to issue that. So now I can basically say it's shubho@university.edu or shubho@gmail.com. But we are guessing that since James Zaki University already knows that this is a trusted university, that part is taken care of.
Yeah. Okay. And from the other way around, I guess I'm wondering, is it possible for one person to have a certificate on an address, but then actually be able to sell that address? Or if it's regarding ENS, can they point it to a different? Yeah.
No. So as part of the smart contract, we have written that once Hogwarts sent it to Harry Potter can't direct it to someone else.
Yeah.
And that is the whole idea behind it. We don't want it to sell. So it's up to the verifying university. So for example, I am applying and a university is like, we want to check yours. I will be giving permission to the university that, hey, now you can check the thing. And that is the whole purpose of LinkedIn as well, where certain NFTs would be for the public or the university. Other NFTs would depend upon if I'm giving permission or not.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Did we lose Abbas? You still there?
Yeah, Abbas is on mute. Oh.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Hello? Oh, yeah, I was bugging out. So, Canteen, thank you. Obviously, great job to that team right there. So, Canteen, UPLD, come up and present your screens for judging.
Hey everyone, can you see me? All right, it's a little dark here apparently. Let me share my screen.
All right, cool.
1 second. Okay, there's with sound. Okay, I'm gonna play the video. Hi everyone, my name is Sergio and this is Upload. YouTube is the second most popular search engine in the world, and it's for a website that specializes in videos, not even general information. Content creators can monetize their content, and when they reach a certain amount of followers and views, they can earn decent money. The problem is that this ends up coming from ads, which are a real nuisance, and more so now that YouTube doesn't even enforce time limits for those ads. So if you're letting your kids watch hours of songs, they can end up listening for a half-an-hour sermon by the local church. Not great. The drawback is that without those ads, YouTube's income would severely reduce, and so would the content creator's income. Upload is here to fix that. We're changing the way we look and organize our videos for the better, taking advantage of the decentralized web. In Upload, channels can upload their videos to IPFS, and just as with YouTube, manage their views and likes. But here, there is no need for ads, as content creators can leverage Unlock protocol to create subscriptions that would otherwise go into a completely separate website. We also wanted to feature musicians that are part of the videos uploaded, so we connect with the Audios API to provide a direct connection. Moderation is a big concern in centralized media aggregation platforms, and it's even more complex when there is a decentralized dataset. Channels are incentivized to keep their content adjusted to the rules by staking the operating token, Upload, when they open the channel. If they are subject to multiple strikes, as voted by the community, they lose their stake and their videos are blocked from the platform. Community moderators are incentivized to participate by paying them rewards using the Upload token. Upload uses a smart contract as a general registry of channels and videos, and it also uses an off-chain database to serve as an index. During the project, we ended up not being able to work as much as we would have wanted, so the number of features we ended up having was severely reduced from the original plan. The main thing that is missing right now is the main page, which would have featured the indexed results, and the search page, super important. We think the graph would have been very useful for this functionality, but we weren't able to code it in time. This was Upload. Thanks for watching.
Cool. All right, since you finished early, you'll have more time for Q&A. So, judges, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, so can you explain the monetization process again? And is the user paying to view this content, or is there like a creator fund where that's how creators make money?
Right. So the users will not pay to view content. They can choose to tip their creators. That's not something that I built on the hackathon. It's just like idea, but they can, the main monetization platform that there is right now, coded, is Unlock. So basically what they would do is, just as they do right now in Patreon, they would be able to create different layers of subscription to the channel. So you can go to the same channel where everything free is uploaded, And if you purchase one subscription, you would be able to access more material. And the next subscription will even give you more material. So everything that's kind of like spread out where you have to promote your Patreon on your YouTube page, that will be all in the same place.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for clarifying.
Great. I guess I'm trying to understand where, yeah, so you have the files being uploaded to IPFS, and what was the, did you say you had a token as part of that, the UpID token or upload token?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so the upload token would serve as kind of what keeps everyone honest. So whenever you create a channel, you would have to pay a stake that you can get on return if you close your channel. Basically, as long as you're staking, your channel is valid, and that will let you monetize your content. And the way it works is this will prevent like low effort creators that are just uploading copyrighted material from entering. And if you stake and then you submit content that is not allowed by the rules, community moderators can come in and say, hey, like this is bad. And once that activates, and if you like the content can be brought down, but if you commit a couple like violations, then your stake would be slashed and you will lose it. So that's why content creators should like kind of stay on the right side of the law. And the community is empowered and like incentivized to participate by giving them rewards with the same token. So the community enters without tokens and they can participate and earn tokens, and the channels enter with the tokens and they can lose them if they don't stay like committed to the platform.
Okay, great.
And since like what's stopping other competitors to coming out and doing the same thing? Because there are a lot of Web2 platforms like this, like you mentioned Patreon, there's YouTube that kind of has a subscription service. So what will be your edge over these other companies?
So I think that's a very interesting question. I do see this being on the open source kind of side of the world. I would be okay if companies have like I don't want to say clones, but like similar platforms or even the same platform just revamp for their own profit. As the platform is going to be the same, right? And even then, I think the whole staking mechanism and the way it works with the token could be a benefit if they didn't want to create their own. But as you know, like many Web2 video platforms do the same thing, and there are use cases for any of those. So I think being kind of the open source one and being very open to the community is very good.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think I recently heard about NewPipe. NewPipe's like an open source video service. I guess it's trying to compete with YouTube, so that could be an interesting one. Maybe pair up with them next.
Yeah, maybe.
That was all the questions on my end. Super nice presentation.
All right, cool. Actually, we'll be going on a 10-minute break right now. I know everything's been going real quickly, but this has been our 8th team, so we're going to be taking a quick 10-minute break. So judges, feel free to turn off your cameras. Everybody just...
Great, thanks.
All right, guys. So it's time to come back from the break. Hey, judges. Let's just give everybody like a couple seconds to fully come back from the break, and then we can get started with the next team. All right, cool. So can team meme X hop on the panel and present your screens?
Hey everyone, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So we're MemeX, which is basically NFT, DeFi-powered NFT lotteries. And at a high level, MemeX is just a DeFi platform that rewards users with NFTs. Basically, to mint NFTs, users will stake their MemeX token to accrue reward points. And then once they've accrued enough points, they can pick and choose what lotteries they want to enter. And they can also boost the odds at winning a rare NFT by paying for a boost in DAI. And our team consists of Daniel, Dante, Pat, and Subik, who are all software engineers. And our tech stack is, for UI, we use Next.js, Ether.js. For build and deploy, we use Fleek. Tooling, we use Node. For our data layer, we use NFT.storage. We're also hosting our site on IPFS. For Oracle, we're using Chainlink, and obviously Solidity and Brownie for smart contract. And I'm just going to go through the demo real quick. And to start, it'll just show like the homepage of the site with all of the existing drops. And basically, if we want to add a drop, we're going to go on the back end, which is the next part here. And we are using a script called Megazord.js, which we wrote. And it takes the path of all of the artist data. And Megazord will process and upload the images and metadata to NFT.storage and give us an output in the form of drops.json. And then we take drops.json and push it to our app via Git to our UI repo. And then afterwards, you'll see Fleek automatically pick up the change and start a new build and deploy. And then after the deploy, we can go back to the landing page, and then we'll have a drop called Artist for Demo with a drop name Demo Drop. And then if you click on the drop, you can basically see a gallery view of the NFTs available within the lottery, along with NFT rarities and buttons for smart contract functions. And then it is a bit responsive. And we're building it for desktop and mobile. And for the smart contract side, we're just going to demo the functionality. Basically, this test creates the lottery, adds 3 participants, and also shows a participant boosting their odds of winning. And we're using Chainlink to determine the random number for the lottery math. And this test just basically shows the contract assigning winners and minting the prizes they won. And then you can see the lottery basically picking the winners and minting the prizes. And then right here is basically our Figma, basically a future state of what the site will look like once it's complete. And that's that part. And basically what our roadmap looks like post the hackathon. Basically, we want to finish out the lottery drop and connect it to the UI. Right now, it's not connected completely yet. We're going to do reserve auctions for artist drops. Once that's complete, we're going to do layer 2 on Arbitrum and Palm. And then once we've had all of those done, we're going to release a second token forked of Ampleforth that we use as the platform currency. So basically, you'd stake the MEMX token, and instead of accruing, points that have no value, you would accrue basically $1 rebasing coin. And then we're going to work on fractional NFTs built out a marketplace engine, so we don't need to use something like OpenSea and remove their fees. And then the last thing, also, we're going to be building a mobile app. So someone with fiat, so basically someone like maybe a Steve Aoki can tell their fans just to download the app, and it'll be just like a closed app platform for new to NFT users. And that's pretty much us.
All right, cool. Great presentation. All right, so yeah, let's move over to 3-minute Q&A with the judges right now.
Yep. I just had a quick question about the on-chain lottery component. Is it possible for there to be miner extracted value? Like, can the miners do anything regarding timing or regarding the blocks they choose to mine to affect the randomness?
So from the way I understand, and I think Daniel's not on the call right now, but basically the way I understand it working is Chainlink will pull the RNG number first, right? Users have 7 days to enter the lottery, and then the smart contract will generate the number and then assign it to the winners at the beginning of the draw.
Yep.
If that makes
good
sense.
Answer. Thanks. Yep.
And how do you earn points? Because you kind of need to earn points to enter the lottery, right?
Yeah. So basically, they're earning points by staking the token. So this MEMX token, we'd have a max stake of 5 tokens, and you'd basically earn 1 point per token, and with a max of 5 tokens a day. Okay. And then we're also doing liquidity as well. So if you stake, the ETH MEMX pair, you'll get more points than a standard user.
Okay. And in the presentation, you kind of mentioned that you can boost your odds of winning. Did I hear that right?
Yeah, correct.
How do you do that?
It's probably harder for me to explain, and then I'm not sure why Daniel's not on the call right now. But he probably understands the logic better than I do. Okay.
James,
yeah, I guess I got it. Yes, similar to that, I guess. There seems to be a lot of token mechanics going on. Where did you come up with the design to have, say, the staking token and then points as decoupled from then the randomness? Oh, sorry, then from the odds for the NFT, and then you were talking about an additional token after that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm just curious how you came to the design.
Yeah, I mean, some of it was inspiration from the existing meme project, where basically that team kind of left the project, and we pretty much built this new platform from scratch. So there was some inspiration from there. So on that platform, it's a similar system. They don't have lotteries. It's unfair. There's lots of gas wars. So we're solving a lot of problems. And we basically built this new platform from scratch. So we've taken some inspiration from them.
Okay. And do you think that there'll be a particular theme for the NFTs, or is it sort of just meme, kind of internet meme theme?
So we'll be doing different types of drops. Our first drops are going to be free Genesis cards, so it'll be like collectible cards. We'll bring in people like Pack or people. I have relationships with a lot of the top artists. We're going to bring artists on the platform too, but first we want to create a mechanism to basically give free art to community. And then if a user wants to support an artist, they can give them 100 DAI, boost their odds at a rare piece, and it's a way to maybe getting a lesser known artist paid and also providing free art to community. And then that Ampleforth token is also another interesting mechanism because it's another way to provide free art, because if you have, well, free in quotations because you need the meme token, but basically you stake it, you get this Ample coin. And if you look at Ampleforth, the project can go in a bear market for 4 months and get stuck like sub $1, where this could be solved if we bring in a big artist like Pack or Beeple and it's platform currency. So because that you need that currency to get into the drop, it would cause a lot of demand and price and then bring the token price back to peg. So it kind of fixes Ampleforth in a way, in an interesting way, because you could kind of like basically cause a bull market from hype.
Yep, thanks.
All right. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time, so we're going to have to wrap up this presentation. Great job, Max.
Thank you.
All right, cool. So we're going to move over to the next team, Crypto Shooters. You guys please, can you all please hop on? Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, thank you for having us. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. All right.
All right, cool. Whenever you're ready.
Earn Cyberpunk RPG Battler. Crypto Shooters is a play-to-earn cyberpunk RPG battler. We believe in true digital ownership for gamers, where the items and currencies you earn in the metaverse belong to you, and you should be able to buy, sell, and trade them as you wish. The world of Crypto Shooters takes place in Cypher City, where you're leading the revolution against the AI corporate overlords by recruiting operators and crafting weapons to go to battle with the enemy droids. Winning battles grants you tag tokens, which you could use to recruit more operators, craft better weapons, or cash out into other cryptos or fiat currencies. To recruit an operator, you head over to the barracks and speak to the drill sergeant in basic training. From here, you can mint an operator. In its current state, Crypto Shooters offers 2 different operator classes, Scouts and Heavies, and each one can come in one of 4 elements, fire, water, earth, or lightning. Every time you recruit, you have a chance of minting one of these 8 options. We plan on creating new operator classes and rotating them in and out as possible mints in the future. Each operator class has special proficiencies with certain gun types, increasing the damage they can do when combined with the proper gear. In addition to classes and elements, operators have the following stats as well. Levels, which increase their power as they gain more experience. Experience, which is earned as you battle and leads up to more level ups. Power, which is the base damage for your operator and increases as you level. Stamina, which determines how many battles they can engage in a day. And accuracy, which increases the probability of getting headshots and reduces the probability of hitting enemies in the leg. Next, you'll want to visit the Armory. You can't go to battle without a weapon, especially not in Cypher City. In its current state, Crypto Shooters has 5 different gun types, snipers, assaults, SMGs, shotguns, and pistols, in 4 different elements, and 5 different qualities, common, normal, rare, epic, and legendary, allowing for 100 different potential minting possibilities. But the weapon customization doesn't stop there. Each weapon has the following stats, which are randomized within a variable range based on the weapon type and quality. Power. Weapon power is combined with your operator power when battling. Fire rate determines how many shots your weapon gets off in a single battle. Accuracy multiplier increases your operator's ability to take better shots. And durability, it determines how often you can use a weapon a day. Now that you have an operator and a weapon, it's time to battle. Each operator and weapon presents a unique set of 4 enemies to battle that rotate every hour. Upon winning a battle, you gain EXP and tags. To calculate battle, we start by seeing how many shots your weapon can take in a single battle. We then use your weapon's power and operator power to calculate the damage done per shot, and then we use your accuracy to determine if you hit the enemy in the head, body, or legs, which may amplify or reduce the damage you do. For more information on these calculations, you can check out our Git book. When we look at the technologies we use ENS for pretty names, we use chain links to be able to peg the entry price of the game at a stable USD price and randomization. We use IPFS for NFT storage for hosting our NFT images, Fleek for hosting our website, and we use Polygon for our smart contracts. We also took extensive measures to make sure we have a stable and sustainable economy by taking a close look at economic inflows and outflows and economic incentives we create and destroy via our game design and native token. This is just the beginning. We have an extensive list of ideas that we want to implement in the future, most notably bringing your 2D operators and weapons into a 3D world, worldwide large-scale battles against powerful enemies, a campaign with a powerful storyline, an NFT marketplace, cross-integration with other games such as Decentralized, and much, much more. We invite you to join the battle against the AI overlords and come save Cypher City. We need you. If you'd like to learn more about our project, feel free to check out our Git book, our hosted demo on Mumbai Testnet, or join our Discord. Thank you. And that's it.
Awesome. All right, so now we'll be going over to the Q&A with the judges. Starting right now.
Yeah, that was solid. Griffin, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was wondering, were you thinking about offering this to current game developers like Naughty Dog who develop for PlayStation, and then selling them the idea about having digital NFTs if you're buying gear in a game, or are you just planning to use this product?
Yeah, we wanted to make something that we would have fun playing ourselves and something that we could kind of drive. We found that kind of exploring different game designs and what sort of economic incentives they created was pretty fun for us. So it's not something that we're looking to sell, but it's something we're looking to build moving forward.
Okay, interesting. And quick clarifying question: Did you do all of that during this hackathon, or did you just build upon something that was already?
Yeah, we did all of it during the hackathon. We did conception, starting from Figma, designs, and ideas and weapons. All this started this hackathon. So yeah, this happened.
We worked a lot and slept a little.
Yeah,
James,
no, I was going to say it's really solid presentation, and it looks really good. I was going to ask a couple of questions on the tech. The logic for the game, I guess the game mechanics or dynamics, I should say, the stats and all that, is that all on chain?
Yeah, so we have everything stored on chain. So if you roll a weapon, whatever stats it has get transferred. Also, if you remember, the operators have like a stamina that basically limits how many battles they could do a day. So if you waste all the stamina on your NFT and you transfer it, the other person will get it with no stamina as well, and they'll have to wait for it to recharge. So all the calculations are done on chain.
Okay, and for the IPFS use, I think you were saying that's just for the image assets?
Yeah, so all our images are stored on IPFS. We attach it as a redirect URI on the NFT itself, so that you could see those images on like other marketplaces like Rarible and OpenSea. And then the web app itself is hosted on Fleek.
Okay. Last question I had. What would you say was the most complicated tech component of the Web3 part?
Yeah.
What was your biggest learning curve or most challenging part?
Yeah, I think the hardest part was really getting the combat together, because the combat brings in both NFTs. So we had to have both of those ready already. And then just kind of running all the calculations for calculating combat was pretty difficult. We used some bitwise stuff in there to allocate data in a very specific ways. And that was completely new to us. So it took us some time to learn.
Excellent. No, I really like that space. I've done a bit of a very similar thing a while ago. Just, I think I'll stop there.
This last clarifying question. Is there any possibility for multiplayer games right now, or is it just all like single player mode?
Yeah, right now it's all single player mode, but we've had some ideas for like doing large scale battles where multiple players can come together to fight one strong opponent. I don't know if Ryan, you also wanted to add something in there.
Yeah, happy to add more. Like, I think one thing is like, all of these metadata and stats that we have right now, these are targeted NFTs, but we have some gameplay that we have planned out as a sort of demo. But beyond that, we also want to extend into like other forms of gameplay using the same NFTs and different ways in which we can make that. For example, we have Decentraland Laser Tag planned up with Last Life Collective, and then another might be like moving more into more complicated 2D game mechanics beyond just this sort of simple battler using power. Yeah, so this is kind of like a proof of concept that we built during the hackathon. But beyond that, we want to extend into like more kind of gamified experiences.
All right.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, cool. So next one, well, we already went through these ones, but it appears they're missing. So we'll just check if they're here again. So is Team Meta Award here? Okay. Just raise your hands. Oh, wait. All right, cool. All right, so Team Metaward, whenever you're ready.
Okay, so can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will share my screen. Now. Well, okay. So, you go.
MetaWord is an app for creating awards or certificate of appreciation for everyone by everyone. And this is the decentralized version of application that could generate and manage your digital certificate and could be validated on NFT on the blockchain. The certificate files that could be printed is saved on the Interplanetary File System or IPFS. So what you could do with MetaWord, it's simple, it's create words. It's create awards to people, organization, or anything that could receive the awards. You can create award pledge at first. It's like if you have a competition or even you can create awards for the champion. Then you can create the pledge for the event. For the example, you create award for eating competition on 2021. Then you create the pledge first, and then you could generate the award certificate for champion 1. You can generate the awards for the second place champion, and etc. So you can have awards, many awards on one awards pledge template. That's the first step. Then it could list awards pledge that you have been created before. You can create not only for event, it can even something like award for best friend of John Doe 2021. You can generate the awards for John Doe friends that the best friends that should receive that kind of awards. Okay, and it's all backed by decentralized technology. It uses Web3 storage to save the template of pledge. So you can create template different event or different needs of awards need different templates. So the templates is saved on JSON files like this one. Oops, like this one. And it has the CID for the template content. It's saved on IPFS, and then it has award title like the best friend of John Doe year 2021. This is the public address of the owner, the creator of this award pledge, and it has two fields on the certificates. It's a name and is the epithet, the things that you can write. It could be anything. You can make like the grades or scores, something like that. But for best friend of John Doe, it's only name and epithet. Like for example, Andy, and the epithet is the best friend that treat me a food, something like that. It's unlimited. It's use your imagination. Okay, so the template are created on Web3 storage, and then after the awards are generated, you can generate the awards, and then it saves the files, the certificate on NFT storage with the metadata saved on the blockchain. Okay, then the template are saved on the IPFS. The awards are saved on the IPFS by NFT storage, and you can create one awards or limited awards, and if you want to create more, you should unblock the feature with unblock protocol. Okay, the application front end
Right
look
there.
like this. It creates with Vue 3 with the Tailwind CSS framework, and
Can you pause it?
Fight with book templating. So let's go to the apps. Okay, here's how the app will look. It's not finished yet, but you get the point. And then we could go to the award page after the user authenticated with the MetaMask, and the user created new plates of template best friend of June the year 2021. This is the CID, and this is how many awards have been granted from this plates category, and this is the button to mint or generate new award or certificate. Well, I think that's it.
Okay, I think that's the presentation.
Yeah. Since you went over by 3 minutes, we won't be able to get some Q&A. So we'll just move over to the next team. Thanks for.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the last team, so we can spend about a minute or two on questions and.
Okay, thank you, Gaza.
Oh, okay.
Great. Yeah, so you put that together yourself. That's that's a fair bit to do in one. Like, had you already done a bit of Web3 development before?
Yeah. I've been participating in first hackathon actually. I create some contact apps.
Okay. Great.
With IPFS.
The UI was really good. I think super impressive that you managed to put that all together all by yourself.
Thank you.
But I was curious if you had any plans about who might be using this particular tool, and like have you thought about the particular user group?
So people could create their awards, and then the awards could be it's like certificate. Like if you joining some course and then you accomplish some course, and then you can get that kind of certificate. It could be used like that. Like if you have some course on YouTube, but you want to create a certificate of accomplishment for your participant, you can use this. Maybe we could make some API. So if they make their own website for the course, if the participant has accomplished the course, then it can automatically generate the certificate and then send to the participant wallet, something like that. So it could be business to business, or it could be directly created by individual personal.
Yeah, makes sense. James, do you have anything else?
Yeah, I guess just quickly, yeah, I think the openness you said, how anyone can give an award to anyone is interesting. And I guess the next part would be to see how the curation can kind of work to say, you know, one thing is we know our friends, but then after that, if we say this is a, you know, a YouTube producer that is reputable, then maybe there'll be some, you know, way to find those ones more than others. That's very interesting to put there.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. That's why I tried to, maybe we could use TID for this, TID with ceramic or with Treebox to make the certificate publisher is certified. Like, yeah, the verified, something like that.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks.
Great. So
thank you.
We actually have
thank
a last
you,
minute. Thanks, Reza. This was really great, and congrats for
okay. Thank you.
solo.
Nice hackathon.
Great. So we actually have one last team that ended up coming in last minute. So we have Will here, and we'll demo audience tip. So whenever you're ready, we'll watch the video, and then this is the last demo for today.
Okay, let me share screen.
We don't have audio. Would you mind doing the screen share again with the checkbox?
Service that allows musicians and fans to communicate more closely. So musicians can issue their own tokens based on ERC20 and fans can purchase them. So fans can purchase premium music or goods from musicians with this token, and the higher the scarcity, the higher the price of the token, due to the higher the musician's value or the smaller amount of token issues. This token provides Uniswap with the liquidity to make it available for purchase and sale immediately. So through the audience protocol, the trend track and musician information were taken, and the Uniswap protocol was integrated into a smart contract. The contract was distributed on the Gari testnet using Hardhat. So in this graph, you can see how to interact simply. Let me share the demo. So you can see the trend tracks from audience protocol. So in the create token page, so musician can create on the tokens. So fill in the token name and symbol, the total amount for mint, initial price. So you can see the total estimation fee. So once you click the submit button, then you just send the transaction to MetaMask. So once you confirm it, so yeah, it's successfully cleared. So yeah, after confirm transactions, so you can see in either scan there are some events, and yeah, so in the view page, so the fan can buy the tokens. So this is the Ramon's Pants token ENG we already created. So you can see the detail of the tokens, current price, total of tokens. So once you buy token, just confirm it. Yeah, so the buying token is completed. So you can see the logs. So yeah, so we already the one token. So especially the ENG token. So in either scan, you can see the detail of the contracts process. So once you create the energy, so you can see the contract address. So you can add the token, yeah, based on the token contract address. So yeah, so you can see the add token ENG. So this is our the smart contract. The token I already implemented the manager factory and token provider, and the app is also built with the React. and it is planning to link the supportee finalize with the Ethereum contract on its profile page.
All right, cool. Since you finished early, you'll have extra time for Q&A. So judges, whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah, thanks for that presentation. And you said artists can be able to put items up for sale. Does that include just the songs that they're producing on the album, or like different artwork, or any of their swag? What are you thinking about?
Yeah, of course. So every other platform also working on the history in this platform. But especially, I just want to focus on just musician. So that's why I want to connect with audio protocol. Actually, I want to more into audio protocol, but yeah, because of time, actually, I just only use with the trendy track actually for music information. Yeah.
James, did you have a question?
Yeah. So I noted, did you say that you'll enable each musician to create their own ERC20 token? Is that right?
Exactly.
Yep. And have you had thoughts about conversions between them, or is the idea that each musician has their own unique token and they have to, if someone wants to sell one and move to another, they have to sort of sell it to Ether and then go back to the other token, or is there anything between tokens?
I don't think so actually. So because I want to connect to Uniswap, so that's why. So every musician can sell their own tokens with other fans. So actually, of course, maybe I can just managing or my own token on this platform, but I just maybe want to just utilize the Uniswap for this hackathon. So that's why I just decided this.
And I guess the last one I have, which part of the audios tip was on IPFS? Like what are you storing on decentralized storage?
So we didn't actually use the IPFS actually. So only we use audios and protocol and Uniswap protocol. So yeah, and then using IPFS right now. Yeah.
And you kind of mentioned that you want musicians and fans to communicate more closely. And other than fans buying music from these artists, what other ideas do you have about connecting the fans to the musicians?
Sorry, what is your point actually?
So other than, since you kind of mentioned that the point is that you want musicians and fans to be more closely connected, right? Other than just buying their music or buying their work, can either fan talk to the musician? And like, would that be a future implementation, or is any other ideas you might have had about that connection?
Yeah, actually, that's a great idea actually. But and also, maybe actually musicians have own just a premium music, and they are just own goods. So actually, everyone, so the fan can really buy the items with their tokens. So I think that will be one of the idea about that. And
okay, yeah, thanks.
All right, cool. Great job, everybody, on completing the HackFA 2021 hackathon. That is our final presentation. So I just want to take the time to thank our judges for taking the time out of their days to rate and judge all of your presentations in this session. And I want to thank the ETH Global team for having you guys all here. And I want to thank all you guys for working so hard to produce awesome content to show these judges. You guys really deserve like a pat on the back for that. That's pretty good. Yeah. All right. So you guys could head out if you want. My Zoom admin will end the meeting, and have a great rest of your day.